All-State PSC PYQs of surveying, and contouring we have got completed, and we'll be starting with which one? This is a plain table surveying EPG, right? So what we'll be starting with? We'll be starting with this plain table surveying EPG, right? With the plain table survey, we'll start our discussion, right? So this is my profile. You can follow me at which all of you? rpcivil, right? @unacademy.com/rpcivil, and that banner, there is a banner pinned here, and or in the description of this video also you can find my profile. So click on that my profile and you can follow my profile, and you follow my community also for regular updates of these classes, right? Every class update I'll be giving there. So for regular updates of these classes and for everything, every material, you can reach out my community. RPCivil Live is a referral code you have to use always, right? Whenever you are subscribing to the Plus and Iconic courses or any courses, right? Or if you are enrolling for the free courses also, right? What is that we have to use, everyone? You have to use the referral code RPCivil Live, right? You have to use the referral code. Which one is RPCivil Live? Okay. Anji Relu, good evening. After a long time. Right, how are you, Anji? Right. So the strength of material is already over. You are not coming to the classes. Okay. Right. The surveying will be continuing now. So no, this is a price hike is going to happen from June 8th, 11:59 p.m. Means June 9th onwards. Right, very happy, very good. So June 9th onwards, what is happening? You can say that price hike is going to happen, right? So don't miss this, right? Don't miss this, right? Yes. Good evening. How are you? Yeah. How are you, Yash? Right, after long time. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I forgot to wish you your birthday on May 22nd. Nah? I thought of wishing, but I forgot because of busy. Belated happy birthday, Yash. Okay. So here, what is that you are having? This is a referral code you have to use, RPCivil. Yeah. They did not schedule it, right? I have given the schedule, but I don't know, because of some technical problem, Unacademy people could not schedule it. That is the reason. It's not. The classes were not scheduled, right? Yeah, May 25th, sorry, May 25th. Okay. So here there is an EMI option also you are having for Plus and Iconic subscription, all of you. What is that EMI option? If you are unable to bear full amount of money at a time, you can go for this EMI option also, right? You can go for which one? This EMI option also, all of you, right? Now, there is 1:1 live session you are having, right? Whenever it is, if you are taking this Iconic subscription, 1:1 live interaction session will be there. There will be one person allocated for you. He will be guiding you throughout your preparation, right? So these are all the advantages you will be getting from this 1:1 live interaction. Depending upon your duration of this Iconic subscription, you can get the number of sessions, live 1:1 live interaction sessions you can get. So now coming to this, tomorrow at 11 a.m. this combat GATE and ESE combat event is going to happen. Yeah, no tea. I don't take tea, na? Yes, right. GATE and ESE combat event is going to happen, right? Don't miss this, all of you. So RPCivil Live is the enrollment code you have to do. Yes, lunch is over. For you, lunch is over. Daily scholarship test also you are having, right? If your rank is 1, then you can get 50% scholarship, and if you are having the rank which one, this within 1 percentile, 30% scholarship, and 10 percentile you will be having this 15% scholarship, and within that last bottom 90 percentile and 10% code on the discount RPCivil Live. That's it. So this is what practice PYQs you can have. Community feature, right? Are you all following my community? Just go to the Unacademy homepage and click on the community and click on the discover, and just type my name Rajendra Prasad K or RPCivil, then you can find my now. Okay, now it's a break time. Very good, right after long time. So these are the Iconic batches which are going to start from which one? This is June 8th. Don't miss this, all of you. KP sir, Jaspal sir and Uma Maheshwar sir will be starting for this Iconic. Don't miss this, all of you. These are GATE 2022 toppers. These are ESE 2021 toppers, right? This is the difference between this Plus and Iconic subscription. Whenever you are taking any subscription, you just observe these differences, and depending upon your requirement, you go for the subscription, right? Now, coming to this, right? What we were discussing, all of you, we just say we are discussing about this contours. The contours got over now, and now we'll be entering into which one? This is a plain table survey, if you just observe, right? Now we'll be starting which one? Plain table survey, right? This is 387 questions we have done yesterday now. Up to this 387th question we have done yesterday. Now YouTube live class on which one? This is surveying all-state PSC PYQs part is 47 and plain table survey, right? Which chapter? Chapter 6, plain table survey. Have you used this plain table, all of you? This kind of plane table have you used? There is a drawing, right? Observation and drawing both will be done simultaneously. This is your plane table survey, you can say, right? Observation and drawing both are done simultaneously, you can say, right? Now coming to this 388th question, right? Select the answer for this question of you. Select the answer for this all of now. Select the answer for this 388 question, everyone. No, many questions are there, right? Many questions are there. Plane table, right? In the plane table, it is the first question. Yes, Anjali, this is the first question in the plane table. Yes, today onwards only we are starting the plane table survey, na? So this is the first question in the plane table, you can say, right? Yes, said C. The process of determining the location of this station, right? That station point which is present on the map already, right? This is, let us say, the station point which is already present on the map, but it is not available on the ground, right? Occupied by the plane table is called as, right? So which one it is then? It is your resection method, right? What is that you can say? Resection method, na everyone? Resection method, na? It's a no resection, right? Resection is the one you can say, right? Resection is the one you can say, right? What is that intersection? The process of determining the location of this, right? Plotted position, right? Plotted position we have to find out on the ground, right? How can you get it? By means of this resection only, right? By means of this resection only, right? Traversing is what? Moving from one place to other place. So it is not determining, right? Every place we are moving, na? Yes or no? Yeah. So don't worry, I'll be explaining it. Don't worry, I'll be explaining it. Don't worry, Anji, don't worry, I'll be explaining it, right? The method of plane table is commonly used for establishing the instrument station, right? Used for establishing the instrument station is which one? This is a resection method, you can say, right? So used for establishing which one? This is a resection method, if you just observe, right? In the next one, I'll be explaining it, Anji. Okay? In the next question, I'll be explaining it. Okay? Don't worry. I'll explain it, don't worry. I'll explain all the methods in the next question, right? Resection is used for, at present, what you remember? You remember that to determine the plotted position, right? To establish the instrument station or to determine the plotted position on the map, so of the station which is already present on the map or plan, but it is not present in the ground. How can you establish this? By means of this resection only. Okay? 389, right? In this slide, I'll explain because the space is not available there, na? So don't worry, Anji, I'll explain here. Try to select the answer. Select the answer. Don't worry, Anji, I'll explain in this question, okay? First try to select the answer, then I'll explain all methods, right? Radiation, intersection, traversing and resection, okay? Yeah, okay. Yes, radiation is correct, right? In which of the following methods of plane table survey, orientation of this table is not required, right? Orientation of this table is not required, right? So orientation means in which direction we are placing it, it does not matter, right? As now we are not looking into them, right? So here the table is need not be oriented only in this direction, right? Do we need to orient only in this direction? No, like that. So what is that? A radiation method. I'll explain, don't worry. I'll explain one by one. You can say radiation, right? What is the meaning of this radiation here is, let us say, suppose Anji, this is your point A, this is your point B, and this is your point C, and this is your point D, and this is your which one? This point A on the ground, right? These are the points on the ground, you can say, right? Now what we are doing, if you just observe, you just place the plane table here, You just place the plane table here, and this is your instrumentation O, let us say. And what you need to do here, if you just observe, what you need to do, Anji? Radiation, right? Radiation means this is a radiation, right? From this, what you do, you just place this alidate, right? This is your alidate you are having, this is your alidate, this is your alidate, right? One side you will be observing, and one so this is that fiducial edge or scale type edge will be used for which one? For making the line, for drawing the line, right? You just place the alidate in this direction. You just measure this distance OA. You measure this distance OA and mark this OA point. Okay, mark this A point on this to a particular scale. And you measure this distance OB, and parallel to this, using the alidate, what you need to do, you just mark this point small b, right? This is your small a, that is your small b, and you measure this distance using the scalar tape in the field, and you mark which distance, you mark this point C on this, right? From O to C, right? And after that, what you need to do, you measure this distance OD and mark this one. If you just observe, mark this point small d, and you measure this distance, right? You measure this distance, which one? This OA, and mark this point small e, right? After this, what you need to do, you just join these points, right? Whenever you are just joining these points, what will happen? You will be getting that map directly, na? This is your radiation method, right? This is your radiation method, you can say. Is that clear, the meaning of this radiation method, all of you? Is that clear, Anji? The meaning of this radiation method, is that clear? The meaning of this radiation method, is that clear, Anji? Tell me the answer. That is your radiation method, you can say, right? That is your which one? This is a radiation method, you can say. Just observe, right? Yes, na? Right? Hello, Anji? Clear or not? So we'll be just keeping the instrument or plane table in between. Inside this traverse, A, B, C, D, E, A traverse we are going to draw, and you from this O point, O is the instrument station, just do the centering and leveling. After that, no need to orient, right? No need to orient in any direction, right? Orientation means what? Orientation means what? Arranging the plane table such that it will be already some line is existing, right? Orientation means what? Already some line is existing on the map. So Anji, already some line is existing on the map, right? This line must be kept parallel to the ground point, right? So like that, we have to rotate that plane table, right? That is called as your orientation, right? Is there any such kind of orientation is required, or just in whatever the direction we are placing it is sufficient, na? In whatever the direction we are just placing it is sufficient, or not? Yes, it is sufficient, absolutely. Yes, na? Is that clear? Next, what is that intersection? If you just observe, what is that intersection? If you just observe, you can say that intersection method means, here, let us say I wanted to locate which one, this point P on the ground, na? I wanted to locate this point P on the ground. I am having which one, this A point available, and I am having this B point available on the ground. But I wanted to locate this P point, right? I wanted to locate this P point on the ground, right? That P point on the ground, you just keep which one, this one ranging rod here. Now, what you need to do? You just keep the plane table here, right? You just keep the plane table here, right? Whenever you are keeping the plane table here, already on this map of this plane table, what is that you are having? This A, B is there, na? This A and B points are already available on the map, na? This is small a and this is small b points are already available on the map, right? When this is small a and this is small b points are already available on the map, what is it you can say? When this is small a and this is small b, right? When this is small a and this is small b are already available on the map, what is it you can say? Small a and this is small b are already available on the map, right? What you need to do? Is it okay to keep the plane table like this? This is your coinciding with the small a and it will be small b. Is it okay, or we have to reorient this one? We have to rotate this plane table, right? We have to rotate this plane table such that this AB line, this small AB on the map or drawing must be parallel to this capital AB on the ground. So that is called as your orientation, right? Intersection means orientation is required or not? Anji, we have to rotate this plane table and we have to orient the plane table in a proper direction or not? Small AB in the say parallel to that capital AB, right? Isn't it? That small AB must be parallel to capital AB. That must be satisfied definitely, na? Yes, that must be satisfied definitely, right? So once it is satisfied, you can say what happens? we have to orient this plane table in this direction, right? In which direction we have to orient? We have to change the direction of this plane table, that is your orientation. Yes, we have orientation is nothing but you are changing the direction of this plane table such that it will be in the same direction as that of original one, right? Now is it okay? This orientation or this direction of this plane table is okay or not? Yes, it is absolutely okay, right? What you will do here in this intersection method? From this you just to focus on to this point P like that, right? You just focus on to this point P like this, right? And again what we need to do here? What we need to do here again? You just bring the same plane table here, right? You just bring the same plane table here, and what you do, this is small b will be coinciding, right? This small b must be exactly placed above this capital B point, ground point. This small a is already available, and what is that you can say, this line is already available now. This line is available now. Yes, this line is available, you can say, right? And then what you need to do, you just draw one more line from this, right? Focus towards, right? Here you are focusing towards this point P. Here also what you do, you just focus towards this point P and draw a line. The intersection of these two lines will be giving this point P on the ground. Na? That is your intersection method, right? Is that clear? What is the meaning of this intersection method, Anji? The meaning of this intersection method is clear? The meaning of this intersection method is clear, Anji? Radiation and intersection methods both are clear or not? Everyone? See, already this is available, right? This is the available map. Only on this map what is that you are having? Small a and small b points only you are having. That AB line is available, and on the AB points we know on the ground, and point P is also known on the ground, but I wanted to locate that point P on the map. How can you locate that point P on the map? Here point P is not available. I wanted to locate that point P on the map. How can you locate it? First you place this you make this small a point to coincide with this capital A point on the ground. You do the proper centering, and after that what you need to do, this small AB line will be parallel to this capital AB line. You ensure it, you orient that orient or reorient or change the direction of this plane table such that this small AB will be parallel to this capital AB. And after that what you do, from A place this alidade and focus towards this P point on the ground. Just draw a line up to the end of this drawing sheet and shift this drawing sheet to the right hand side. What you do, already this green color one is available now. Shift this drawing sheet to this point B, and such that this small b point will be exactly placed on this capital B point of the ground, and focus, right? And you place your alidade here and focus towards this capital P point, ground point, and draw a line up to the end of this drawing sheet. And intersection of this green line and this red line will give which one? This point P. That small capital P point is on the ground, and here you can get that point P on which one? This map. So do you need to take our instrument there, or no need to take our instrument there in the intersection? Do you need to take the instrument there, or no need to take our instrument there? Without taking our instrument to the point P, we are getting which one? This location of this point P on the map. That is what you can say. Is na? Is that clear, Anji? Is that clear, Anjanelu? Anji, is that point clear? Is na? Now, what is the meaning of this traversing, right? What is the meaning of this traversing? You can see if you just observe. What is the meaning of this traversing? You can say. The meaning of this traversing is what, right? What is that traversing if you just observe? This is your point C, let us say, and this is your point D if you just observe, right? What we are doing here is, right, first we place a plane table here, right? We'll just place the plane table here, right? What we'll do here? We will just place the plane table here. After placing this plane table here, right, what is that we are doing is just you consider this point a small a on this one, and you draw a line in this capital B direction, and you draw a line here. You measure this AB distance and mark this small b point here, right? And you measure this AD distance and mark this point D here, right? After that what you do? After that what you do, if you just observe, you just take the plane table to this point only. You just take the plane table here, and how you make it coincide if you just observe, this is small b and this capital B must coincide. and this is your small a point is already available on the map, and this is your small d point already available on the map now. Then what you do, you just make a line towards which one, this is C, right? You just make a line towards this C. You measure this BC distance and mark this small point C on this map, you can say, right? And after that what you do, you just shift this, right? You just shift the plane table to this C point. You shift the plane table to this C point and identify such that this point C will be coinciding exactly on this point C, and change the direction of this plane table such that it will be oriented in the proper direction, right? That is your B, and your which one, this is your A, and what is this, this one you can say this is your D point available, right? Now what you do, you just draw this line here and make sure that this D line will be coinciding, right? Like that, whenever you are shifting the plane table from one station to other station to one station to other, every station if you are shifting, right, what is that you can call it as? You can call it as your traversing, right? Is it clear now? This is your particular D, and D make it coinciding, and this is small a is already available, this is your small c is already available, that is your small b is already available, this is like that, okay? If you are shifting the plane table from one point to other point, right, each and every location if you are shifting and taking the details, that is called as your traversing. Is that clear now, the meaning of this traversing? First one is your radiation, first one is your radiation, and second one is your which one, this intersection, and third one is your traversing now. Third one is your traversing. And what is the fourth one you can say? What is the fourth one you can say? What is that fourth one you can say? That a resection method is a fourth one, na? That a resection method is a fourth one you can say, right? So what is that a resection, if you just observe here, what is that you are having is, right, let us say these are the 2 points capital A and capital B you are having. These are the points capital A and this capital B you are having, if you just observe, right? Capital A and capital B points you are having, you can say. And what else you are having is, right, that okay, this is, we don't know where is that ground point actually, right? Where is that ground location actually? What we need to do on this map, you can say, right? Where is that map, if you just observe it on this map, what is available? This is your small a and this is your small b, and this is your small p available on the map, right? Small a, small b and small p is available on the map, right? But on the ground that small p is not known. Small p is on the map and capital P on the ground, right? So this is on the ground not known, right? This is not known on which one? This particular point is P is which one? Not known on what? This is not known on the ground, you can say. Whenever it is not known on the ground, what is that? If you just observe, whenever it is not known on the ground, what is that you can say? Whenever it is not known on the ground, right, what we need to do, we just try to select some location, right? We just try to which one? We just try to select some location for this. We just try to select some location for this, right? We don't know exactly where it is, right? So this is A is available, that B, A is available, that B is available, that P is available. But a ground, whether this is your correct ground point or not, we don't know. So how we have to locate this, right? We have to locate this ground point by means of this, by means of which one? By means of this small p point on the map, right? Small p point is available on the map, but on the ground we don't know, right? So we have to shift your instrument from that side to this side to that side, and this side to that side. In every possible side we have to shift based on the observations made, right? In this resection also we are having many methods, 2-point problem, 3-point problem, all these are there, okay? Graphical method, everything is there, okay? That is the basic meaning of this resection. Is that clear now? Small p point is available on the map, but its location is not known on the ground. Then we have to locate this plotted point, right? Location of this orientation or relocation of this plotted point on the ground, right? Plotted point means already available on the map, but on the ground it is not available. We wanted to show this on the ground, right? Locate it on the ground, right? That is your resection, you can say. Is that clear now? Right. Select the answer for this 390 question, everyone. So now tell me, in this case, in the radiation only, that proper orientation is not required, right? Yeah, yes, ground point not known, right? For you also it is clear. Very good, Lina. Ground point is not known to us, but point on the map is only known to us, right? Yes, in map it is known, right? In map that point P is already plotted. Location of this plotted point. Plotted point means already it is available on the map, na? Already it is available on the map, but we have to locate its point in the ground. What is that intersection? Intersection is exactly opposite to that of resection. Na? Intersection means what is that? Ground, on the ground this point is known, but on the map it is not known. Intersection is what? Intersection is what? On the ground that point is known to us, but on the map it is not available. But a resection is what? Point is available on the map, but it is not available on the ground, right? Exactly. Resection and intersection are opposite to each other, na? Resection and this intersection are opposite to each other, na? Anjanelu, like that. So select the answer from this 390 question, everyone. Select the answer. B. Soft edge, fiducial edge, telescopic edge, or swivel edge. There is no telescopic we are having, right? A normal alligator, simple alligator we can have, and a telescopic alligator, right? Both we can have, but always you need not have telescope. For this alligator, if you just observe, there is a scale you are having, na? For this scale, if you just observe, this end is beveled, right? This kind of beveled end is there, na? This is your scale attached to which one? This is the scale attached to which one of you? This is the scale attached to which one? This alligator, you can say, right? What is this edge? You call it as, this is your beveled edge. What is the meaning of, what is another name of this beveled edge? You can say beveled edge is also called with which name? This fiducial edge. This beveled edge is also called with which name? That fiducial edge, you can say, if you just observe, right? Isn't it? Right. Now select the answer 391. Select the answer for this 592. Oh, sorry, 392, 391 question. There is no use of those edges, right? There is no use of these other edges, right? Fiducial edge only, right? The name is fiducial edge only, right? So there are no edges called as soft edges, swivel edges. There are no such kind of edges we are having in plane table, okay? There are no such kind of edges we are having. Only fiducial edge is present. That's it, okay? There are no other edges, right? Those are just names given like that, okay? Yeah, only beveled. Yes, there are no other kinds of edges we are having. Only one kind of edge, that is your beveled or fiducial edge, right? Telescopic edge is also not there. There is no such kind of edge. It is called as what? There is no such kind of edge is called as your fiducial edge, okay? What is that? Fiducial edge only have marked, na? Fiducial edge only have marked, na, Lina? Fiducial edge only have marked, na? Did I mention anything else? Fiducial edge only have marked here, na? B, fiducial edge only have marked here, right? Why? Yeah. Now 391 question, select the answer. Insha Jamil B and Lina D. Which one? So generally intersection method, right? What is that intersection method? I have just explained what is that intersection method, na? I have just explained what is that intersection method, right? What is that? You can say that a point P is just visible but not accessible. Point P is visible but not accessible means other 2 points are already plotted points are there. other points are available on the map, and that point is not available on the map, but that point is not accessible. We cannot go to that point and we cannot measure that point, right? But what is that? That is just visible. Point is inaccessible, chain, we cannot place the chain or tape, and but that point is visible. Inaccessible but visible. In that condition, we have to go for the intersection method, right? Intersection method, when we have to use this intersection method, is used if a particular point is what? If a point is what? Visible. If a point is visible but what? Inaccessible, na? Inaccessible means we cannot go there, right? We cannot place the tape and chain. That is inaccessible. So forest, in case of forest area, anything is visible? No. Urban area, anything is visible? No. Plain areas, it is visible, but visible and accessible both are there, na? So it is not, right? In case of these hilly areas only, if you just observe, this is most suitable, right? Why it is in case of hilly areas? Suppose if you are just having this hill, let us say these are the 2 points already available, A and B points on the ground already available, and this particular point P is there, right? Can you go to that point? Can you place a tape or chain here? We cannot place the tape or chain here, but we can move from which one? We can place the plane table at this A, and we can place the plane table at this B, and draw a lines parallel to this P, looking at this P, and we can get the point P on the map, right? Especially it is suitable in case of what? Especially it is suitable in case of this hilly terrain mostly, right? It is suitable mostly in case of which one? This hilly terrain only, right? Like that. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Resection method, right? When the point is not available on the ground, when we forgot where is that point P on the ground, but it is showing in the map, then in that case we have to go for the resection. Okay, it is depending upon the situation. It is depending upon the situation, right? What is the situation? Point P on the ground we have missed. We did not mark it with any marking identification. We did not have any identification mark on the ground, but it is available on the map. Then in that case we have to go for resection. Intersection, it is reverse, na? Intersection is reverse, right? In forest you cannot apply this plane table method. Okay, in forest, right, Anjanelu, in forest this plane table method is not at all suitable, right? In forest, plane table method is not at all suitable, right? Any plane table method we cannot apply in the forest, right? Because in the forest, right, in the forest you cannot see anything, na? What is that in the plane table you are seeing? If you just observe, forest means what is example in the forest, right? Suppose these are your trees in the forest you are having. These are your trees in the forest, and everywhere these trees are there. Suppose if you are placing this plane table here, is it visible? This is one point A and this is one point B, and because of this trees available, are these points A and B are visible or not visible? Tell me. Are these points A and B are visible, or these points A and B are not visible to each other? These points A and B are not visible to each other, na? At least they must be visible to each other. Whenever they are not visible, whatever the tree you wanted to consider, you consider it. Banyan trees, let us say. Whenever these trees are there, are they visible to each other? When these points are not visible one from the other, you cannot apply this plane table method. In case of plane table method, visibility is very, very important, right? No plane table method is applied in case of which one? This forest and urban area. Because in case of urban area also, in place of trees you are having the buildings, that's it. Okay, so for urban area we cannot apply, and forest area plane table method itself cannot be applied. In case of hilly area and in case of plains we can apply plane table method. Okay, like that. So plains, what we can do? In this plains we can go for which one? This in this plains we can go for this radial method, no problem, and we can go for this traversing method also, no problem, right? Urban area example are here. Just instead of trees you are having the buildings. That is what I am telling. Anji, A and B. These are the 2 points you are having, right? This is one building and this is one building and this is a gap and this is one building, right? Now tell me, these points A and B are visible to each other, or these points A and B are not visible to each other? Urban area means a city. These points A and B are visible, or buildings are there in between. When buildings are there in between, it is visible to each other, or one point A and B are not visible to each other. These points A and B are not visible to each other. Whenever they are not visible to each other, this plane table survey is not at all useful. Is that clear? So forest and urban area, plane table survey we cannot apply. Hilly area we can apply, intersection method is best. And in case of plain area, which method is better? You can go for this traversing method, or you can go for this which one? Traversing method, resection method and intersection method. Any method you can go for in the plain area. In a plain area, all methods are suitable. There is no restriction. But in case of hilly area, intersection method is best one, you can say. Okay, like that. So in tomorrow's class means Monday's class, we'll be continuing with other questions of plane table. Thank you all of you. Have a good day. Right. So any other doubts? Shall I close? Shall I close the session? Yes, in case of plane area, any method you can use, right? There is no restriction for any method. Okay, there is no restriction for any method. But generally, we'll go for radiation method. Yeah, with you can go for intersection method also. Yes, we can go for intersection method also, no problem. When an intersection method is what? When that point is visible, but we cannot place a tape or chain. When the point is not accessible, we can do it. When accessible, do you have any problem? No, no. In a plane area, every method is okay. Any method is okay, no problem. Right? Any method is okay in plane area because there are no restrictions, na. But in case of this hilly area, only few methods are suitable, right? Like that. Thank you. I'll be closing the session. Thank you.